There once was a prince, not the richest, but with a kingdom just big enough to think about marriage. He boldly asked the emperor's daughter,
"Will you marry me?"
Despite his modest means, his name was well known, and other princesses would have eagerly said yes. Now, listen up. You marry him. Enchanted Echoes welcomes you. This prince had a rose tree, growing over his father's grave, blooming only once every 5 years and producing a single rose. But it wasn't any rose. Its scent was so sweet, it made you forget all your troubles. Furthermore, the prince had a nightingale with a song so delightful, it seemed to hold every sweet melody. The princess was to receive both the rose and the nightingale, sent in splendid silver caskets. When the gifts arrived, the princess was playing a game called Visiting with her court ladies. She hoped for a cute little kitten, but found the rose instead.
"Oh, it's so beautifully crafted,"
exclaimed the court lady.
"It's more than pretty, it's charming,"
said the emperor. But the princess, touching the rose, felt disappointed.
"Fie, Papa. It's not crafted at all. It's real."
Upon opening the second casket and hearing the nightingale, the court ladies praised.
"Superb, charming,"
mimicking their poor French. An old knight reminisced.
"It reminds me of the musical box of our dear departed empress."
The emperor, moved to tears, agreed. But the princess, still hoping it wasn't a real bird, learned it soon enough that it was. Refusing to see the prince, she unknowingly sent him away. But he, disguised with a moustache and a cap over his ears, sought employment at the palace.
"Good day to my lord, the emperor. Might I work at the palace?"
"Yes, we do need someone to look after the pigs."
Thus, the prince became the Imperial Swineherd. He crafted a kitchen pot with little bells that played a melody when boiling.
Oh dear, all's lost in the game of life we have. Fade the past, gone, dreams away, but we smile and march on, come what may, march on through the storm.
Here. But what was even more amazing was this. Anyone who put their finger into the smoke from the swineherd's magical kitchen pot could immediately smell all the foods being cooked in every home across the city. This was something totally different from the rose. As the princess walked by and heard the melody, she paused, looking intrigued. She recognized the tune, "Oh, dear," as it was the only song she could play on the piano, using just one finger.
"That's my song. That swineherd must be really smart. Go ask him how much he wants for the pot."
So, one of her court ladies ran to ask, first slipping on some wooden sandals.
"How much for the kitchen pot?"
"I'll take 10 kisses from the princess."
"Really?"
"That's my final offer."
He's so cheeky.
The princess scoffed as she walked away. But the bells from the pot rang out so beautifully.
Winds of change, they blow so cold, turning young hearts suddenly. All shattered pieces of a fairy tale in the book of...
Wait.
The princess called out.
Ask him if he'll take 10 kisses from my court ladies instead.
"No, thank you. It's 10 kisses from the princess, or I keep the pot."
That's ridiculous. But all right. Just make sure no one can see.
The court ladies huddled around her, spreading their dresses wide to hide her, and the swineherd received his 10 kisses. In exchange, the princess got the magical pot. Everyone was thrilled. The pot boiled all evening and the next day, revealing the scents of every dish being cooked in the city, from the fanciest homes to the simplest cottages. The court ladies giggled and clapped.
"We know who's having soup, pancakes, cutlets, and eggs for dinner. How fascinating."
Yes, but this is our little secret. I am, after all, the emperor's daughter.
Meanwhile, the swineherd, actually the prince in disguise, a fact unknown to anyone, kept busy inventing new things. He created a rattle that played every waltz and jig tune ever known when swung around.
That's incredible. I've never heard such beautiful music. Find out the price, but no more kissing.
"He wants 100 kisses from the princess,"
reported the lady who asked.
He must be mad. We should support the arts. Tell him I'll give 10 kisses like before. and the rest can be from the court ladies.
But we don't want to do that.
The ladies protested.
What are you whispering about? If I can do it, so can you. You owe me that much.
So, they reluctantly agreed.
100 kisses from the princess, or it's a no deal.
Fine.
The ladies formed a circle around her as she reluctantly fulfilled her part of the deal. Meanwhile, the emperor, curious about the commotion near the pigsty, stepped out onto his balcony.
What's going on down there?
He wondered, putting on his glasses. Seeing it was his court ladies, he decided to investigate. He quietly made his way into the courtyard. The ladies were so focused on the kissing count to ensure fairness that they didn't notice the emperor approaching on tiptoe.
What on earth?
He exclaimed upon realizing what was happening. In a fit of anger, he used his slipper to box the princess's ears just as the swineherd, the disguised prince, received his 86th kiss.
Get out.
The emperor thundered, furious. Both the princess and the swineherd were promptly expelled from the city. There, in the rain, the princess wept bitterly. The swineherd scolded her, and the rain poured down around them. The princess, now regretful, lamented.
If only I had married that handsome prince.
Regretting your choices now, princess? It is I, the prince you rejected. You chose fleeting pleasures over true value, trinkets over a heart.
It's you. The prince. I was so blind. Consumed by foolish desires.
Yes, blind indeed. You overlooked the rose's fragrance, the nightingale's song, and my love. All for the shallow lure of what seemed glittering and fun.
I see my mistake now. But is it too late? Can you forgive me?
Forgiveness. You failed to see the worth in sincerity, in genuine affection. You mocked the heart that came to you in truth. My kingdom and I deserve more than fickle whims. I must return to my realm, where true treasures are cherished, not spurned.
Leaving those words echoing in the air, the prince turned away, leaving the princess to reflect on her actions and their consequences.
Oh dear, all's lost, but in the loss we count the cost. Found strength within, with every loss a chance to begin. March on with new dreams, march on with new light through the darkness, the morning bright in every fall.
After the princess was sent away by the emperor, she found herself overwhelmed with regret. She realized that she had developed genuine feelings for the prince. Deeply remorseful about her past behavior, she decided to make amends in a unique way. Determined to win the prince's heart, she set out to learn the most beautiful song in the world and master the art of cooking exquisite dishes. Months of dedicated practice followed. She trained tirelessly, her voice growing more melodious with each passing day. In the kitchen, she experimented with various ingredients and recipes, her culinary skills reaching new heights. Eventually, she became an exceptional singer and a phenomenal cook, ready to showcase her talents to the prince. In a bold move, the princess disguised herself as a servant and traveled to the prince's kingdom. She arrived during a grand feast and saw it as the perfect opportunity. Secretly, she added her delicious dishes to the feast and waited for the right moment to sing. When she finally sang, her voice was so captivating that it hushed the entire hall, leaving everyone in awe. Need add the song, as the disguised princess approached the prince, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and hope. He looked at her curiously.
Your song and your dishes have graced our feast with an unexpected delight. Who might you be? And what reward do you seek for this marvelous gift?
The princess, mastering her courage, replied with a voice both steady and sincere.
Kind sir, I seek no gold or grand title. The only reward I desire is a place in your heart, if you would permit.
The prince, taken aback by her words, gazed into her eyes, sensing a familiarity in her gaze.
Your voice, it stirs memories in my heart. Have we met before?
With a deep breath, the princess slowly removed her disguise, revealing her true identity.
It is I, the princess you once knew. But I am not the same as I was. I've learned the true value of sincerity and dedication. I come before you a changed person, asking for forgiveness and a chance to win your heart.
The prince, recognizing her now, felt a rush of emotions. He saw the genuine remorse in her eyes, the humility that had replaced her former vanity.
Your journey speaks more than words ever could. You have indeed won my heart, not as a princess demanding tribute, but as a soul seeking redemption.
Their eyes locked, a moment suspended in time, as the realization dawned on both of them that their love had been reborn, stronger and more sincere than ever.
And so, I ask you, would you allow me to stay by your side? Not as a princess, but as someone who cherishes and understands the true you.
The prince, with a smile that lit up his face, extended his hand.
Yes, for in your journey, I have found the heart I was longing for. Together, let's write a new chapter, one of understanding, love, and shared values.
And so, the tale of the prince and the princess who learned to cherish what truly matters had a joyful ending. Their kingdoms rejoiced, celebrating their union and the remarkable journey that brought them together.
Oh dear, all's found in the game.